On nights without basketball, the University of Maryland's Xfinity Center is almost deserted. Almost. Tucked away in a corner of the building, the Maryland chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes meets for a different kind of athletic event.
We get a chance to administer to the athletes on Monday nights. We call this Athletic Varsity Huddle on University of Maryland campus. It allows athletes and coaches to really search themselves, not only just in the athletic environment, but for Jesus.
Student athletes at the University of Maryland lead hectic lives. They commit hours of grueling work on the practice field in addition to their time spent in the classroom, facing a high level of scrutiny with the risk of injury always around the corner. FCA provides some relief from that pressure.
When I start the week off on Monday with FCA, it helps me, it grounds me into what I'm doing. It reminds me about what I'm working towards.
Our schedules are so diverse with the different practice times that it's hard to get everybody together outside of this time slot. They put all the practice schedules together and they line up the 1 hour that everybody can usually meet.
Being able to fellowship with one another, understand that a lot of times as athletes, we go through a lot of the same struggles, the same issues, and being able to share that in a very healthy environment is important.
FCA's main goal is to positively impact the lives of Maryland student athletes through the teaching of Christian principles, regardless of their background.
My faith was really important to me when I was growing up, and I wanted to keep that involved in my life in college.
I initially didn't come from a background that was very religious. My mom, my parents, they imposed religion on me, but it wasn't like I went to church every Sunday or anything like that.
FCA also makes it clear their lessons have real-world application.
I feel like the topics we talk about, they're really realistic situations that we go through, and it tells us about the pressures that we're going to have to go through during college years, so it helps prepare us for those situations.
And while the lessons they teach could be heard on a Sunday morning, it doesn't feel that way.
I feel like the way that they present it isn't a very churchy way. They incorporate games, and it's more of a discussion, so you can display your viewpoints and your questions and stuff like that. So it's not like he's just preaching to you. You get to really understand and try to mold for what you want to know within yourself to help you grow.
FCA also allows student athletes to bond inside
Most of the track team comes here. It's really big on our team.
And outside their sport.
It helps you meet other people who have the same mindset as you. There's not a lot of partying that goes on with the athletes. We're a pretty hardworking bunch, but it's nice to meet people who have your same values, who you see every day. When you see people from FCA walking around on campus, it's a special bond that you have with them that's a bit different than when you just see somebody from your class or somebody else from your team.
FCA was brought to Maryland by former Terps quarterback Sam Hollenbach 7 years ago and continues to teach student athletes there's more to succeeding in life than winning a few trophies. It's also a place where former athletes like Maryland track star Dominic Berger can coach up the next generation.
It was just a fluke injury, so it really caused me to just sit back and think and really get in touch with my faith. This is really the same path that the Lord wanted me to be on, or whether I'm just...
I feel like it's a great opportunity to connect with student athletes, even students as well at the University of Maryland, through almost a peer interaction more so than a superior leader, older elder interaction. So I think it's for me personally, I always got more out of hearing stuff from my peers than I did from my elders.
I put my faith, my hard work into something productive.
It's hard to listen to your elders or your parents because, it was so long ago when they lived that time or when they had those experiences. And hearing it from somebody who literally I just graduated 5 years ago. So I was in their shoes not too long ago.
Berger says FCA teaches lessons applicable in any walk of life.
Just having faith outside of what's in front of you. So knowing that you have some structure and some support in the Word of Christ, or even just general congregation of this meeting.
To learn more, check out their Facebook page or go to www.fca.org.